Good evening. I'm Greg Hinton with your 6 o'clock news. Tonight we have a breaking story from the historic campus of God's Bible School and College here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The college is hosting their second annual virtual VIP day, and reporters are telling us they're doing something no other college has ever done before. Am I reading this right? Yep. Folks, I wouldn't believe it if it wasn't right here on paper, but it appears GBS is giving a behind-the-scenes tour starting at the dumpsters. I don't think you'll want to miss this. Let's go there now.
Welcome to the campus of God's Bible School and College, and welcome to our second ever virtual VIP Day events. Now, most times when you visit a college campus, they roll out the red carpet for you and try to show you every aspect of campus in the most beautiful way possible. Well, here at God's Bible School and College, we plan on giving you a tour like you've never seen before. So let's get started on our first ever behind the scenes tour. Here we are at our first stop. We've rolled out the red carpet here at our dumpsters. Let's go to our next stop. As we're going to our next stop, you'll get to also see the beautiful streets here of Channing Street. Channing Street here houses several of our staff and faculty. So a lot of teachers and employees would live here on this street. Now we're gonna head up here to our next stop. Our next stop on the tour is actually Aldersgate Christian Academy. So we're gonna head inside here. Before students come to campus, they actually don't realize that we have a Christian academy here on the campus of God's Bible School and College. This is an incredible opportunity for our teachers education majors to get some hands-on experience inside a classroom. Also, if you're a homeschool student and you're interested in graduating through our Christian Academy, you can do that through our dual credit program. So if you want to learn more about that, feel free to reach out to us. But the best part of the academy is right over there. So let's head on over there. Here we are in God's Bible School and College campus tunnel. Now, a lot of GBS students don't even know about this tunnel and never had the privilege of getting to go through it. As we go through this tunnel, it actually connects us from the girls' dorm to the guys' dorm, and it helps us during times of bad weather when the campus might be too icy or tornado warnings. It's also used as a storm shelter, and right here, we are actually right about underneath the main campus grass lot where all the flowers, the tulips are planted during April. Beautiful spot. We are right underneath that right now. Now, typically we keep the tunnel pretty clean, but it's pretty obvious that some trash got left here, so we'll call. Okay, maybe that will just take care of itself. Moving on, we're going to go down here to the other side of the tunnel, which is actually our next stop on the tour. So now, here we are in the God's Bible School and College storage garage. Here in the storage garage, we house a lot of donations that we receive and a lot of items just to help upkeep with the maintenance around campus. So actually, if you're an incoming freshman, a few weeks ago, we just received a large donation, over 100 fridges, that we plan on giving to each freshman for their dorm rooms when they arrive to campus. So if you haven't applied yet, be sure to apply. But yeah, so this is the garage. Over here we have the boiler room, and then this room back here is our costume design room. So for the Christmas program, that's where a lot of the costumes would be housed, things like that, or just miscellaneous things. And then this door over here is our guys' dorm entering back into that building. That's where we're gonna head now. So let's go ahead and start walking that direction. Here we are in the God's Bible School and College Campus Chapel. Now, many of you are probably familiar with our beautiful chapel and the wonderful stained glass windows we have here, and you've probably seen the near 1,000 capacity we have for seating. But what you may not be as familiar with is our incredible nerve center here in the chapel, which is the GBSC sound booth. Here in the sound booth, we have some of the most updated technology available to our campus. We have the soundboards, the lighting boards, and then of course the corner for live stream and sound equipment for the live stream. Now here, what's that noise? Is that supposed to be happening? Where's that coming from? Wow, that was beautiful. I guess let's go over to our next stop. So we've already covered much ground on our campus tour, but now we're going to go to a familiar place that if you've ever visited GBS before, you've probably been there, and that's the GBSC Commons. So we're going to head there now. What are you doing? We're filming a project here! Turn this off, Tyler. Turn it. We're not using any of that.
You okay?
Yeah, it's fine. It's just so annoying.
Are you ready to film again?
Yeah, let's go. Just the GBS Commons. Why don't we head into the GBS Commons and see what's going on? This is an important area for students because this is a lot of times where students will find themselves. It's the mailing hub of campus, and so that's also an important thing for our students as they're ordering their books for their classes and things like that. So let's head on in here. Over here we have our mailboxes. These mailboxes are where students will receive a lot of mail back from home. So that's a nice touch there. As we're going in here, you'll see the mail. This is the back of the mail room here. And now this right here is a key part of GBSC campus, and that's the food, the snacks. Students are able to purchase snacks in here and coffee and things like that, but the real behind the scenes is right here, and this is in our back room of the mail room. So this is kind of the stock area and also where a lot of the larger packages will come for students. So as you can see, we just got a shipment of larger packages for our students, and then back here, this, friends, is where the real treasure is. This is where we cook the cookies for the GBSC Snack Shack. As you can see, we have some beautifully fresh made cookies here now. But yeah, so this is the GBSC Commons and the mail room. So let's go ahead and start heading back this way. All right, we're gonna head out to our next stop. Derek? Our next stop is actually going to be in the administration building, so let's head that way. At this point in the tour, we're now in the administration building, and we're going to head up to some passageways and closets that you may have never even known existed. So let's head up the stairs and see what we can find. The administration building is one of the first buildings that was bought when the school was first founded in 1900. When it was first bought, it was a home, and inside this home there were several different hallways and passages that many of our students don't know exist to this day. Right now we're on a vice presidential level of the administration building, and we're going to head into one of those hallway passages now. So let's go on in here. Now as we're in here, you can see there's several different yearbooks, and this is really a... Oh, this looks like a problem for security. Okay, let's... Yeah, all right, let's keep going this way. As we're going through, you can see this is an area for storage. This is where we would house a lot of our yearbooks, graduation gear. And then as we're coming through here, we actually end up in the other part of our building, which houses Dr. Brown's office, who would be the chair of our ministerial division. So let's head this way and we'll head back outside. We've already seen several different places throughout the GBSC campus. The next location we're going to be going to on our behind the scenes tour is the cafeteria. But before we do that, I just wanted to give you a chance to see our beautiful outdoor patio where students can enjoy their lunches with friends. Let's head on into the cafeteria. Now here we are in the GBSC cafeteria. We're going to start walking this way. As you can see, the kitchen crew is already hard at work cleaning up after the lunch meal and preparing for the supper meal. So we're going to head back in here to the kitchen and kind of get an idea of what's going on behind the scenes. So here we are in the kitchen, the behind the scenes of all the meals at the GBSC campus. This is where our kitchen crew work hard to provide a breakfast, lunch, and supper for the GBSC students. Let's head this way and see what happens after the meals. We've just come from the GBSC kitchen, and now we're in the dish room here on the campus of God's Bible School and College. This is where all of the plateware, silverware, and all the kitchen utensils are cleaned and sterilized before the next meal. This is also a great opportunity for GBSC students to have an on-campus job in the work-study position. Now that we've seen the kitchen, let's head back outside and walk over to the library. So we've seen a lot of campus already. We've been to the kitchen, we've been to the dish room, we've been out here to the patio. Now as we cross back over to the patio, we're gonna head over to the library here, and we're gonna take a little bit more look at the library, but yeah.
Can you help me out here really quick? Let's get this guy in the cart.
Yeah.
You stand, okay, well, let's get my arm, ready? Stand him up, there you go. Bring him to his feet. Ah, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. As I was saying, this is the South Lawn. The South Lawn is just an area on campus that students will come. They'll hang out. Sometimes students will have a picnic here on the South Lawn. A lot of times classrooms will be held here on the South Lawn. Again, it's just another nice area for students to hang out, have a good time, spend some time with friends. But yeah, so this is our South Lawn. We're gonna head back over here to the library, and we're almost done with the tour, so we're gonna head over to the library. And yeah. Well, this has been a very interesting campus tour. We know that for sure. Let's head into the library and take a look at one of the more historical places on the GBSC campus, and that's our library archives. Let's head that way. Many of you have probably been in the GBS library before, but I doubt many of you have been to the GBS archives. Here in the GBS archives house a variety of different books. Yearbooks from years before, books dating back to hundreds of years ago, and a variety of GBS historical items. This is really one of the neatest places when it comes to history on the GBSC campus. Go ahead and take a little quick pan around, and then we'll head back on upstairs. Let's head up to our final stop for the campus tour. A stop with a view of the city like never before seen. So throughout this campus tour, we've seen several different locations through the GBSC campus, and we've had a lot of excitement getting to those places. Now we figured the best way to end the tour would be showing you one of the most beautiful scenes that GBSC has to offer, and that's on top of one of our rooftops here on the campus. If you'd like to see more what it's like to be a student at GBS or more of the campus, be sure to visit us at gbs.edu/countdown.
There you have it, folks. Eli Albring from the campus of GBS just gave a tour unlike anything we've seen before. GBS told us earlier, quote, "If you would like to see a tour the generic way that all other colleges use, check out our VIP videos from last year on the GBSC Recruitment Facebook page." End quote. We want to take a minute to thank our VIP Day sponsors. Do you need more pep in your step? Have you recently been in an accident? Did your house burn down? Well, if your answer to any or all of these is yes, then you need to check out our VIP Day sponsors. Thank you Christian Healthcare Ministries, Pepsi, Shelter Insurance, and Web Construction for sponsoring this event. It appears the representatives at God's Bible School and College are making headlines again with a game show called Are You Smarter Than a Freshman? During the show, hosted by, may I say, an incredibly dashing host, contestants are asked college-related questions from a variety of categories. The winner graduates, and the loser gets pied. Here it is. Welcome to Are You Smarter Than a Freshman, where we see if some of GBSC's finest can answer questions from freshmen. Let's take a moment to meet our contestants. Our first contestant is Mr. Kent Stetler. Kent, tell us what you do here.
I'm the registrar, Smarty.
And Miss V, what do you do here?
I am the Vice President for Student Affairs.
Dr. Prophet.
Sir.
Why are you the best one here?
Well, I'm the Vice President for Academic Affairs, and clearly that's the most important of any of the
Exactly,
roles.
this is a college after all.
After all.
And our last but not least is Jake Stetler. Jake, tell us what you do.
I am an RA in the men's dorm.
Okay, so you're a student who works for the campus and helps the guys out.
That'd be correct.
Okay, do you get them in trouble? Only if they deserve it.
Sure, yeah.
Let's see what they know. Now, what our contestants will be trying to do is they'll be trying to answer all of the questions correctly. The questions come from multiple categories about GBSC life or academics, etc. Now, each one is worth a certain grade, and what our judges will be doing is deciding whether they're right or wrong. Now, let's meet our first judge, Mr. Daryl Muir. Daryl Muir, what do you do here at GBSC?
I am the Dean of Men, in
The
charge
Dean
of the men's
of
dorm.
Men. Oh, very important man. And Miss Kaislyn Edwards. Kaislyn, what do you do here?
I'm the Dean of Women.
Oh, okay, double punch. Deans, men, women, okay. And Mr. Jacob Williams, who are you?
I work with you.
Me?
Yeah.
Sparty Jones? So do you work in the enrollment office then?
Yes, I
Oh,
work.
you know what? I look a lot like
okay.
Greg Hinton. I get that a lot. Swell guy, really handsome. Boy, does this pie look good. But you probably don't want it right in your face. That's exactly what our loser's gonna get, though. And the winner's gonna get this diploma. So who will win? Let's see who's smarter than a freshman. For our first contestant, we have Kent Stetler, the registrar. Kent, choose your category.
Well, Smarty, I'll do D minus Gen Z, please.
D minus Gen Z. Use these words correctly in a sentence. Lit, cringe, and I can't even.
What is Sonia Vernon saying? Did you see dodgeball intramurals last night? It was so lit. We responded, that was cringe. I can't even.
Let's go to our judges. Judges, right or wrong?
I believe the question says a sentence. That was more than one sentence.
That's correct. There was 3 sentences. Wrong.
Oh, looks like you didn't quite get that one right. I'm sorry. That means, folks, that he has failed that course, did not get the D minus, and that will affect his GPA later on. Let's go to our next contestant, Miss V. And Miss V, what is your category?
I will take Student Life B+, Smarty.
When will I find out who my roommate is?
Well, that depends on when you make contact with the Student Affairs Department. Your specific dean will be assigning rooms. Generally, it's right before you come, generally in August, that you'll have final arrangements made for your roommate.
Okay, well, we actually have those 2 deans right here. Judges, right or wrong?
Hold on. Miss V, you forgot to say that if you have a specific roommate that you've already chosen and let Student Affairs know before August, you can know as soon as May, June, July. So I don't think she's right.
However, you may not always get the roommate you request.
However, it's possible. You say yes or no.
Sorry for that disagreement. It looks like we had a 2-to-1 vote, though, and so Miss V does get the B+. Congratulations. Moving on to our next contestant. Dr. Prophet, your category.
Let's do academics for A-, please.
What are some of the jobs that GBSC graduates go on to accomplish?
Oh man, there's a huge range. So obviously we have graduates that become pastors, denominational leaders, evangelists, ministers of music, music teachers, classroom teachers, missionaries, business leaders, entrepreneurs. But we've had graduates go into law, medicine, just about any field you can think of, we've got graduates in.
Wow. Judges? Jake Stetler, your first question of the day.
I am going for student life, A-.
If I don't live in the dorms, can I still have an on-campus job?
Yes.
Yes. Judges? Your second question, Mr. Kent.
Let's keep with Gen Z. I'll do C+, Gen Z.
C plus Gen Z. Please spell out the word yeet.
Yeet?
Yeet.
Y-E-E-T.
Y-E-E-T. Judges?
You left out the exclamation point. Anytime you say yeet, it is pure excitement.
So close. You know what? You were almost there, but those punctuations can really trip you up sometimes. And it's very important. Yeet, not yeet. Miss V,
Yes.
your question.
Okay. As Vice President for Student Affairs, I'm pretty clear on Gen Z. I feel pretty good about it. So you know what? I'm going to go for Gen Z A+ question.
Oh, wow, folks. Gen Z A+ question. What is the current iPhone model?
I am regretting this. Is an iPhone 11 coming out?
Judges. Oh, I'm sorry, that was the last model. It's actually the iPhone 12.
I'm devastated.
That's all right. Maybe you can get one next year.
I doubt it.
Dr. Prophet, your second question.
Let's go Gen Z A-.
What does it mean to pop off?
Well, I think that has a lot of meanings, but for Gen Z, I think it generally means to perform well.
To perform well. Judges.
Well, Aaron, you just popped off that question.
That is correct for the A-. Jake Stetler, your second question looks like you've got some ground to cover.
Well, student life worked well last time, so let's go with A+ in student life.
A+ student life. Oh no, this is actually an attack card. You invite a friend to Chick-fil-A, forget to turn in your homework. That's -3 points. Hopefully Ken Stetler can pull this out and get ahead of somebody here. And what's your category, Ken Stetler?
Let's go with D- academics.
What kind of degrees are offered at God's Bible School and College?
Okay, so we have a wide variety of degrees that are from our 3 different divisions, which is ministerial, music, and professional studies, which is where our teachers' education and missions courses and general studies, all that. So there's just a wide variety of degrees that fall under those 3 degrees.
Okay, judges, what do you say? And Miss V, your third question.
Thank you. Let's go back to student life for C+.
Student life C+. Can I bring my own furniture, like a desk chair, or dresser?
Oh, that's a great question. I'm so glad that I have the opportunity to answer it. It depends, and you will need to contact your dean. Our rooms are equipped with a bed, a desk, and a dresser. However, if there are specific things that you need and we can use a dresser in that room, we might allow it. That would be not generally something we would do, but there could be circumstances where you would. So in this one, I would say contact your dean. We do have several people that bring their own desk chair. So that's a definite possibility. And with the others, I would contact your dean.
Okay, judges. Correct, you get the grade. Next is Dr. Prophet, going on a run of A's. What is your next category, sir?
Let's do mystery question A-.
Mystery question for another A-. Can a degree really be done all online?
Absolutely. We have several degree programs. In fact, most of our undergraduate degrees, both associates and bachelors, can be done entirely online.
Wow. Judges, correct? Correct. Jake?
Let's try a mystery question for B+.
Mystery question B+. What is GBSC's accreditation?
I believe we are accredited with an association called ABHE.
Well, yes and no. We're actually accredited with ABHE, but also HLC. So, good job, but not quite.
Oh, close, but not quite the full answer. Let's go to our expert about some more details. Dr. Prophet, what do you have to say about our accreditation?
Yes, it's really exciting that we have more than one accrediting agency. We've been accredited with the Association for Biblical Higher Education since the 1980s. That's the country's Bible college accrediting agency. And we've been accredited with the Higher Learning Commission now for going on a decade. And that's the regional accreditor that covers the part of the country that we're in. And both of those really make us stronger in different ways, and we love working with both of them.
Fantastic. Well, hopefully better luck next time, Jake. We're going to Kent now. And Kent, your category.
I'll do Gen Z B+.
Gen Z B+. What does it mean if a guy says, I am going to go get some dubs with the boys?
I think it means going to go play a video game and win a whole lot.
Win a whole lot. Judges. Miss V, your category.
Thank you. I will do mystery question for C+, please.
C+ mystery question. Can I live in the dorm and take classes elsewhere?
You absolutely can if you are a trustworthy person. So here's the deal. In order to live in the dorm and take classes elsewhere, we would ask that first you take at least one semester of classes here at God's Bible School and College. If you have proven yourself as a trustworthy individual, then we would look at several things and you would be approved to live in our dorm and take classes at an area college.
Oh, very nice. Judges, what do you say? Sure. Thank you, Miss V. Dr. Prophet.
Let's do mystery question A+.
Mystery question A+. If I'm interested in multiple areas of study, how can I pursue everything I want to?
Well, if you're interested in multiple areas of study, you probably can't pursue everything you want, but we have a number of ways you can pursue multiple things. One way is through our Bachelor of Arts in Integrative Studies, which allows students to study 2 areas and combine them in a capstone thesis, project, or internship. Some students do a bachelor's degree in one area of interest, an associate's or 2-year degree in another area. Some students do 2 associate's degrees. We also have minors that can be completed along with any of our bachelor's degree majors. In fact, even our alumni, if they have a bachelor's degree from us, can come back and pick up a minor in an area of interest. So there are lots of opportunities.
I see. Judges. Okay, Mr. R.A. Jake Stetler, what is your choice?
Let's go with a mystery question D-.
What sport is played each night on the GBSC campus?
All right. Assuming you're talking about intramurals, on Monday night we have dodgeball. Tuesday and Wednesday nights are both volleyball, and Thursday night is spike ball. But every night there is recreational ping pong.
Ping pong. Judges. And Kent the Registrar, you're up. What's your category?
All right, Smarty, I'll do mystery question C+, please.
Mystery question C+. Can I test out of classes, and if so, how?
So short answer is yes. The long answer is there is a process you have to go through with working with your division to make sure that you have reached all the proper requirements, make sure that you provide, that you do indeed have the knowledge that would be going into that course. Like if you were took a lot of Spanish or something like that in high school, that you might be able to test out of maybe a Spanish language credit at college, you would fulfill a test requirement for that.
All right, so judges, what's the call?
That is correct. I want to do a little bit more of a clarification. We also have the opportunity of CLEP, which if you want more information about that, you can go to gbs.edu/CLEP.
Miss V, your category again.
Oh, you know what? Let's, feeling brave. I should not feel brave. But let me do a mystery question for A-.
Mystery question A-. Oh, you were riding your bike through Eden Park and a deer jumped out, knocking you off your bike. That is minus 5 points. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that
Sonia,
hurts.
are you okay?
Well, I wasn't wearing a helmet, so I'm not really sure
Well, then
about
it's your own fault
if I
then.
am or not. I know.
Well, hopefully you get your memory back soon.
What?
Dr. Prophet.
Who are you? What am I doing here? What's happening?
And Dr. Prophet, another question for you. What is your category?
Let's do mystery question B+.
What are the costs for the late spring start option?
Oh, I think we have a discount for that. Our normal cost is $250 per credit hour, but I can't remember what the discount is.
Judges.
You don't know, but I do know. It's $250 regularly, and then with the 20% discount, it's $200. So that's an F.
Oh, wow. What shame. An F for Dr. Prophet. This is a first time, folks. Well, Jake.
I will go with mystery question C+.
Mystery question. When the wind blows hard, has anyone ever been blown off of the hilltop?
Well, the winds certainly do blow hard between the buildings, but I don't believe it's blown anyone clear off campus.
Judges? And Kent, your category.
I'll go with mystery question A+.
Mystery question A+. What interactive facilities are there for students in and around student housing?
Lifeline, 50-50. Is there a rock wall around campus that I don't know about that people can climb, or a rope swing maybe?
Oh, I don't think we need to go to the judges to know that you're wrong, actually. We have our expert, Miss V, here, who could tell us a little more about this.
Oh, this is a great question. I think what our freshman questioner was getting at was what kind of recreational facilities do we have around campus? So we do have things like volleyball, ping pong, spike ball, lots of different things that they can do. We have a weight room, we have workout equipment in both dorms that they can use. So there are plenty of ways that they can interact. We even have an outdoor sand volleyball pit for those that are interested in that sort of thing. Probably not in the middle of winter, but it does get warm around here and we have beautiful weather. So come join us and see all of our facilities.
And I think that's actually the answer we were looking for. I'm sorry, Kent. Another match on the report card. Moving on to Miss V.
Well, I've already just blown so many. Why not go all out? Let's do mystery question A+.
What are the middle names of the enrollment office workers?
Okay, I'm going to take a stab. Do I have to get all of them? So I believe that there's a guy that looks a lot like you. I doppelganger, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
I believe his middle name is Neil. I think there's a young lady there that is named Carrie Rand Smith. There's a Tyler Jerry Vandervoort. There is a Jacob Andrew Williams. Do I need any more?
All right, Miss V, I am both impressed and weirded out that you knew my middle name, but you forgot 2 people. Would you mind?
There is Eli Richard Albring.
And Matthew James Hallam.
So you are wrong.
Dr. Prophet, you're up.
Let's do academics B+, please.
Academics B+. Little Susie is a high school senior in Wapakalakanakedeku. She plans to be an emergency room nurse. Is GBSC helpful for her?
First, I love that town. It's a great place.
Oh, I love that.
Great place to vacation.
Good barbecue.
Good barbecue. We can help little Susie, actually. So we do not have a nursing program here at God's Bible School. We don't have the resources for it. We don't have a hospital where students could work. But a couple of years ago, we created an articulation agreement with Christ College of Nursing, which is just a couple, 3 blocks from campus. In all of their history, they had never done an articulation agreement into their nursing bachelor's degree. We were the first one. So there's a very clear pathway of study. Little Susie can start at God's Bible School, take specific classes that are guaranteed to transfer She will actually already get accepted at Christ College of Nursing. They will hold an open spot for her, and she'll move there in her second year and continue with the nursing degree there. So we'd love to work with little Susan.
Fantastic. Judges, does that sound right to you? Jake, your category.
Let's go with a mystery question B+.
Mystery question B+. Why is GBSC named GBSC, and when was it founded?
GBSC, or God's Bible School College, was originally deeded by its founder, Martin Wells-Knapp, in God's name. And it stayed that way for quite a while. And it was founded in 1900.
I believe that is correct, judges. Well, that's it for the last round. The game's over, but the fun's just about to begin. Let's see who the winners and losers are. Let's welcome our graduating contestant, Dr. Aaron Prophet.
Thank you.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure. Now let's welcome our loser, Kent Stetler, the registrar. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us for Are You Smarter Than a Freshman? Have a great night, everybody. Wow, what a fantastic ending to a fantastic show led by a fantastic host. Again, for more information on academics or campus life, check out the VIP videos from last year on the GBSC Recruitment Facebook page. Now, breaking the already broken breaking news for a special treat. Well, I say treat, but just take a look.
Welcome to Mystery Bites. My name is Gordon Sketchy. Here we have our contestants with their eyes closed. Why do they have their eyes closed? Because I don't want them to see what it is that they're going to eat. Now, here's the rules. I have this bell in my hand. They have their eyes closed. We're going to count down from 3, 2, 1, and say go. When they see the meal, whoever gets the bell first gets to eat this meal. Now, the meals are going to range from looking like this to looking like something pretty whack. So, we're going to go over here, and we're going to give it to them and see whether they like it or not. All right, guys. Prepare yourselves. 3, 2, 1, go.
I got it, guys.
I would have taken that.
Can I open it up?
Nope.
Take a bite. Okay. Oh, there was something nasty in there, I think. I don't know if it was okay, though. It tastes pretty good, I think. Take another bite.
If you think it tastes that good, go ahead, get some more in there.
Okay. It tastes fine. Dang, I was gonna taste
This guy must have had COVID or something and he doesn't have a sense of taste. What he's eating is a garlic peanut butter with honey garlic hot sauce berry jelly sandwich. I don't understand why he's eating it the way that he's eating it. Here's the entree. I'll tell you what it is after. Get that bell. All right, is everybody ready? No. Okay, nobody's ready, but that's okay. 3, 2, 1.
That's how you ring the bell.
All right, Elias got it. Elias, tell us what you're tasting there.
Oh, it's good. I would have taken it.
It's grandma's pie.
Elias is literally just eating an apple pie. Of the apple variety, yes. Elias is right. Poor Josh missed it. Honestly, I think that that's probably the only good tasting thing in this round. Here's the next round. Is everybody eyes closed? All right, they can't see inside here anyways. This is the next one. We got 3 contestants left. Does that look good? Does that look good? We're gonna see whether or not it is good or not. Here's the entree. 3, 2, 1. All right. Maddie, tell us how it is.
Smells kind of bad, but no.
What are you feeling right now?
Tastes good.
What? Take another bite then if you think it tastes good. What? I don't know what to say. Maddie's eating a salted key lime pie with a meppered base, which just means mustard and pepper. So I don't know what in the world she's got some issues there.
I'll take the next one if you want.
She's still eating it. Oh my word.
It's good.
All right, for some reason we got some weird kids. So if they say that this tastes good, I'll be shocked or I won't be shocked because it might taste good, might taste bad. I almost gave that away there. All right, guys, eyes closed. Here it is. 3, 2, 1. All right, Josh, tell us what you're tasting over there.
I think it's like, that's how it's supposed to taste.
Josh just ate some vinegar pudding, straight up.
Oh, no.
Doesn't that look absolutely just delectable? Jenna, we want you to give this a solid few gulps. There you go. Tell me what you're smelling. Tell me what you're smelling first. Made that myself. Trash can's right next to your feet. We have a list of ingredients for that one. Milk, whipped toppings, strawberries, blueberries, orange juice, pears, pickles, and mayo.
That sounds good.
I think that's pretty good. Jenna, are you okay? Now remember, this could be a chocolate chip cookie, or it could be a molasses-filled oatmeal mustard cookie. 3, 2, 1, go. He got it.
It didn't ring though.
It didn't ring.
Alright, get out of here.
It smacks. All right, guys. This is it. 3, 2, 1, go. It's all Megan. Let's go, Megan. How does that taste? Take a bite. Megan just ate a vanilla cupcake with a very well-aged blue cheese dressing on top and some chocolate chips. Oh man, if she hadn't bitten it, I would have eaten it too. All right, guys, I'm placing it down. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, Carrie was a little too late. Here's your meal. Tell me how that smells. What's the aroma like?
Delicious.
Oh, just a little. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Pungent.
Oh, don't want to get that.
You think it's good? You willing to finish that? All right. Joel had one of the best delicacies you could possibly ever get. It was a sardine and oyster spread on a saltine cracker. Carrie is the last contestant here. She gets probably the most delectable thing out here. Doesn't that look very good? We're gonna see. Carrie, here's your meal.
Why are you laughing?
Big bite.
It doesn't taste like anything.
Take another bite.
No!
You gotta get in there.
It's mustard?
Carrie had a Krispy Kreme donut with one of the best fillings that you could possibly ever get. Some straight up mustard. Oh my word, so good, so good. Thank you for joining us in Mystery Bites, where we were just scarred some teenagers' lives and they also scarred our lives because they apparently thought things tasted good. Cheers.
Now on a more serious note, we are ending this evening's news hour with a challenge from President Rodney Loper. First, we want to thank everyone for attending and say we hope you will be able to visit one of our other VIP events this year. For For more information, go to gbs.edu/VIPday.
Oh, we have had a great time together, haven't we? I hope that this virtual VIP day has been loads of fun. We regret so much that you couldn't join with us on this campus, but thank you for joining with us in this unique and hopefully one-of-a-kind VIP day. Have you ever gone to see an orchestra perform? Or perhaps have you been in an orchestra? You know how it goes. The players, with their instruments in their hands, make their way to their section. They find their chair. They take their seat. When I was young, I was in a band and I knew where my section was and I knew where my seat was. It wasn't the first or second chair, I can promise you that. Anyway, they find their seat and the noise starts. Yes, if you've ever been, the noise starts. If we were talking about one player playing random notes, it would be one thing. But it seems to me that they all arrive at their section and their seat at the same time, and they begin to warm up. And there is nothing pretty about the noise that erupts from the front of the room. One lady is playing one scale. Another is playing on his mouthpiece, and it sounds like thousands of angry bees are about to launch their attack. Frankly, it sounds like chaos. All the right people are there. They're all in the right section. They're even in the right seat. But it's chaos. There's a lot of sound happening. Lots of musical instruments making noise, but there is no harmony. There's no order. It doesn't make sense. Have you been there? Then, out walks the conductor. He walks to the podium, adjusts that black stand that he stands behind, pulls a little white stick out of a container, and he begins to tap on the stand in front of him. And at that moment, all of the disharmony, all of the chaos and noise stops. And silence fills the room. Members of the orchestra move to the edge of their seats, their instruments held in their prescribed manner. The conductor raises his little white stick in the air, and on his cue, music begins. Yes, music begins. Before the conductor arrives, it's noise, it's chaos. But when the conductor shows up, French horns and flutes and violins and violas and bass drums and bassoons, clarinets and cymbals, trombones and timpani begin to play in harmony, in rhythm with each other. Before the conductor, there's no harmony, no meaning, no apparent purpose. Just noise, everyone doing what they wanted to do. But when the conductor shows up and taps his stick and waves his arms, what sounds like chaos makes complete sense. If we had the opportunity to go around and ask each of you what your life is like currently, and you were to be completely transparent, many of you, perhaps most of you, would say, my life is full of chaos. Life doesn't make sense. There's disharmony at every level as you look at my world. There seems to be no purpose or plan for my life. This last year has been terrible. You didn't sign up for this pandemic, and then all of the stupid rules and guidelines that just keep being handed down. And then there's that relationship that had so much promise, it crumbled. And what seemed like a clear call for some of you to ministry is now muddled. You don't even know what you should do in life. If this sounds like your life, can I challenge you? Keep your eye out for the conductor. Keep your eye out for the conductor of your life, because when he shows up, what seems like a bunch of random things that seem to be just noise what seems to be disharmony, what seems disconnected, all of the sudden, when he shows up, it has a clear sound. If we could have walked away from the orchestra's performance before the conductor tapped his stand and took his place, we would have been disappointed. Our Yelp review would have been poor. Our review would have said, "Don't waste your time or money. Out of sync, out of tune, and out of harmony. Poor performance." And friends, what may appear to be chaos and noise and disharmony and randomness in your life just may be part of God's plan and purpose for you. The bassoonist that keeps playing the same notes over and over again is trying to make sure that she has her part down. That buzzing sound from the brass section is just a few horn players warming up their mouthpieces so that they can perform better later. Remember Joseph in Scripture? He's his father's spoiled baby boy. We would probably call him a spoiled brat. His brothers think so. He's so bad that they sell him. Things are bleak. Oh, there are a few bright spots here and there, but look at his story again. It's mostly negative. Finally, he's in prison. It's not like a prison here in the good old USA. It's deplorable. But in that time, God goes to the podium and begins to tap his stick, and Pharaoh goes to sleep and has a dream. Remember Moses? His life is being wasted in the wilderness watching sheep. Don't believe for a moment that he had forgotten about the power and prestige that he had back in Egypt when he was Pharaoh's son. His anger, his sense of justice made a royal mess out of his life, and one day, in the midst of a bleak, boring, mundane, not very inspiring life, the conductor of the universe goes to his stand and begins to tap. You know what happens. A bush begins to burn, and it's not consumed. Remember Mordecai? He's Queen Esther's uncle. King Ahasuerus has a party. His wife refuses to perform, and she's banished from the kingdom. Ladies are selected. They go through some long, drawn-out process, and Esther becomes queen. Haman persuades the king to allow the Jewish people to be slaughtered. He has a personal grudge against Mordecai and has gallows built. It looks bleak. It looks chaotic. It looks like disharmony, right? But in that moment, the conductor of the universe goes to the stand and taps with his stick and keeps the king awake at night. Isn't it ironic? For Joseph, he puts the ruler to sleep for a dream, and here he keeps the king awake so that he can be read from the minutes from his meetings. You know the story. Reads about Mordecai, wants to honor him, and what looks like tragedy for the Jewish people turns into a triumph that is still being talked about today. Why? Because the conductor showed up. Remember Jonah? He's a prophet, but he decides to disobey. And what happens next sounds like a fairy tale, something that Disney would produce. He gets on a ship, sails right into a divine storm. Talk about chaos. The ship is going to sink when Jonah finally decides to end his life. Read this little book of the Bible again. Chaos, disorder, disharmony are on every page, but God has other plans. He steps to the podium and taps his stick, and a great fish just happens to swim by. Remember Peter? He's the out loud, outspoken disciple who didn't keep his word. Just a few hours before, he said, "I'll not deny you, Jesus." And those words were still echoing off the walls of Jerusalem when the servant girl walks up. And you know, just a short time later, the rooster crows reminding Peter that he did deny. He didn't keep his word. He knows what he's done. He knows he has failed. Hot tears fall down his bearded cheeks, and he walks away into the night. His dreams are dashed. No doubt he believes that he has ruined his life, and so he heads back to the smelly fisherman's boat. He goes back to fishing. What else does a failure do? The Bible tells us that he fishes all night and he catches nothing. But then he hears a voice that sounds familiar. Couldn't be, right? But yes, it is. The great conductor of the universe reaches into the chaos and disharmony and the mess of Peter's life and begins to tap his stick. Peter, you're not finished. I have plans for you. Feed my sheep. I've experienced it in my life. There have been times when there have been chaos and disharmony and confusion, and all of this prevailed upon me. One of those times was when I was a student here at God's Bible School. I was getting ready to graduate with my degree in pastoral ministries. I was in my senior year. I knew I was called to pastor, and yet no churches were calling. But then God stepped to the stand. A church called. I pastored there. God accomplished His work. Then when I was pastoring in Oklahoma City, things were going well. Everything is going as well as I could have hoped that it could have gone. The phone rings and it's a call to Hope Sound. Confusion and disharmony and chaos comes into my world. But God made it clear. The move from Hope Sound to the campus here at GBS, again, chaos. Lord, do you know what you're doing? Are you in charge? Is there a plan that you have for my life? And in each of these situations, at the right time, God stepped into my world and everything came together. Chaos turned to calm. Disharmony turned to harmony. Why? Because God stepped in to my world. Students, I don't know what has happened in your life. I don't know the lie that Satan has been trying to get you to believe. I don't know the difficulty that you are facing. I don't know the disappointments that you have. I don't know the chaos and disharmony and the noise of your life, but I do know that if you'll keep your eyes on the conductor, soon you will hear His stick on the stand. And where there's confusion, disharmony, chaos, noise, you will begin to hear harmony and peace and unity and order. Does God have a plan for you? Does He have a purpose for your life? Oh, friends, the answer is a resounding yes. Even in the middle of things that just don't add up. Even in the midst of a world that is upside down, if you will keep your eyes on the conductor, your ear for His tapping stick, you'll hear Him. Can I challenge you? Don't walk out before the concert begins. If you do, you'll miss the greatest blessing in your life. Does He have a purpose for you? Oh, yes, He does. Will you give Him your life and allow Him to work His purpose in you? For some of you, it'll be coming to God's Bible School and College to expand your horizons both socially and intellectually and spiritually. But for some, it won't be. Whatever it is, allow Him to dictate His purpose for you in your life.